Joining us now, Democratic Congressman of California, Eric Swalwell. So she's right, of course. In the first term of Donald Trump, there were some guardrails in place. Those have largely gone away, right? So how is this going to play out? Is he going to get what he wants? Is Doge going to get what it wants?
Well, Doge, by the way, is also asking for $60 million more for Doge. That math is not mathing to me because the promise of Doge was that it was going to save us over $1 trillion, and now they're telling us they need money to make more cuts. That's like me at 20 calling home from college and saying, Dad, if you send me more money, I'll save more money this month. That doesn't add up. But who this really hurts, I want to tell you a story. I went to the St. Louis suburbs recently, and I had a house party of about 100 people, and a Republican came, and he said he'd never been to a political event in his life, but the reason he came is that day, he's a small business owner, runs a healthcare company. That day that he heard about my house party, he had to lay off half of his workforce because USAID had just told him they were not going to pay him the $25 million in services he had already performed. So we look at USAID and Republicans say this is foreign aid. Now, much of it is spent in the U.S., and it's not just in the D.C. suburbs. It's in places like the St. Louis suburbs. So that's the small town effect that this cut is going to have.
It's an impactful story, and it's one that you and most of your Democratic colleagues have been telling for a while now, and yet in that new CNN poll, it shows only 16% of Americans say Democrats are the party with strong leaders. Just 19% say Democrats can get things done. So beyond telling these stories, and I think I've certainly heard a lot of them, I've read a lot of them, besides saying Doge is destructive and we're not in the majority, what are you going to do to convince those base voters that you are doing something?
Boldness. People look at Democrats and they see that we had power. We had the White House, the Senate, and the House. But if you were a mom in America, you didn't think your kids were any safer at school from a mass shooting because we didn't pass background checks or an assault weapons ban. And we let the filibuster get in the way. So we were perceived as being weak when we had power. So with boldness, I think we can tell Americans, if you're going to bet on yourself, if you're going to risk everything and work hard, you're going to have a government that'll bet on you. When it comes to your health care, we're not just going to protect it and stop them from taking 14 million people off health care. We're going to double down on cures and investments to make sure that cures are within reach for everyone. So I see an opportunity for boldness, and I'm seeing a lot of new leaders emerge. Times like these, frankly, reveal to me not just who should lead, but who should leave. You're seeing Jasmine Crockett, Maxwell Frost, Robert Garcia, new leaders stepping up, going to town halls in Republican districts and revealing themselves to be able to meet the moment and to bring that boldness.
There is a lot of hope on the Democratic side that all of this is going to start to come to fruition in the midterms, right?
That's right.
Retake control of Congress. In the meantime, though, let's talk about what's happening right now, because it's a long time until then and a lot can happen. The acting head of FEMA said he was not aware that there was a hurricane season. Then later they said he was joking. Staffers reportedly were left confused. They don't know what plan they're following for a hurricane season that has already begun. I know you introduced a bill earlier this year to help beef up FEMA's response to natural disasters. Do they have what they need right now?
No, and I'm the #2 Democrat on the Homeland Security Committee. This is not a joke. It's not a joke if you live in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, where hurricanes have just ravaged those states. It's not a joke in California, where we have suffered from wildfires. And people in my district and Americans across the country, they work too hard to have unserious individuals in their government. And they pay too much in taxes to have unserious individuals not take seriously and bring responsible solutions to their communities.
But if that's true, what do you do about it?
Well, you need a free press, right, that can report on it. And so these press reports are important. You need town squares to be full of people who care. June 14 is No King's Day. You're going to see about 2,000 protests across the country. You need independent courts that will rule against abuses of power. We're seeing all three of those. The only one that's missing is a check by Congress. That's gone. But those three legs, a press, a town square, and the courts, that can hold up our democracy until we get to the midterms.
You feeling good about the midterms?
I feel good about the midterms. 3 seats, and we're going to win by way more than that.
Eric Swalwell, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.